So today we have with us Les and Rio, all the way from sunny Lannies. How long have you had a faith?
When I was 13, so that would be 24 years ago. I mean,
me?
Yeah.
I think I was born with the faith because I used to get mocked because I one day I woke up in the middle of the night shouting, "The Christians are after me." And at 5 years old, I couldn't write, but I wrote a letter to God because I had a horrendous childhood. And I wrote on this yellow door with a corned beef key from a tin, how I wanted God to take me home because I wasn't loved and I wanted to die and be with him. Yeah. And I was about 5 or 6 then. So, and then at 9 years old, there was an evangelical outreach where I lived at the time. And at 9, I gave my heart to Jesus. And then on the 6th of January, 1984, I regave my life back to God.
Oh, wow. Right, English food or Filipino food?
I like a mixture of both.
I'm the same. I like your pudding and salad. I love the salad.
And we introduced you to Nando's, and you're a Nando's fan now.
Yes, I am. I love Nando's. And I try to cook with it, but it doesn't taste the same. But
right, so you have lots of kids and lots of grandkids. Which is your favourite? Not, you don't have to pick a child, but like, do you prefer to have grandkids or kids?
Both. I love them all the same.
Right, what are the times that you have felt closest to God?
When the Spirit of God moves in meetings, like when John, Eric and Mark played, and that was an amazing meeting. When Kevin wasn't there, and that's strange.
there are times that when I'm just listening to a Christian song and that I can really feel the presence of God, and I would just cry.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too.
Many times when I'm listening Christian music, listening to a sermon, yeah.
But it's often when you least expect it, the Spirit of God falls and you think, "Oh wow, I'm in His presence."
Yeah, I think when you on your own and then you have a quiet time with God, that's I feel really close to God.
What would be your first impression of yourself?
I was known as the lovable rogue, but I would say lovable because I enjoy making people laugh. I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but I think I'd be a mate if I wasn't myself.
Me, I think because I'm improved, but I'm used to be really quiet. I'm shy. I won't speak not unless you will speak to me. And but I think
until she married me.
I remember when we were younger, when we have a guest, I always hide in the bedroom when we have guests.
Right. What is one question you would ask Jesus?
Why me?
I'm going to ask Jesus, why do you love me that much?
Yeah.
Because you're lovely, Rio.
Well, what about me?
You're lovely too, Les. Right. What is the bravest thing that you've ever done?
But I think the bravest thing I ever done was marrying Rio. Because what it meant is that, I'm very happy, but it also means and continues to mean that I have to keep examining myself, and when I fall apart or get depressed, or if there's an incident with about PTSD and whatever, I have to change, and it's tough. It's really, really tough. It's probably the bravest and the best thing ever I did was marry Rio. As you know, that I've tasted wedding cake before.
Me, I am the same. I was just thinking that marrying Les and migrating in here, leaving all my family and friends in the Philippines, and not knowing people in here aside from Les and his family. It was really it was really hard decision for me.
And then she saw the state of the house when she came here. She wished we were living in the Philippines.
I mean,
It was a bachelor pad.
I thought I was in a
You
battlefield.
can only imagine what that would look like.
It would have been your biggest nightmare, Donna.
Feral boy.
Oh.
You're the resident heckler. Who do you like to heckle the most?
Probably Kevin, because he's a good preacher. And although I did enjoy heckling John, but he don't like that kind of thing, bless him. But I do love heckling Kevin.
Kevin
Because-
always takes it, like, you never seem to put Kev off. Whereas
No,
most
and this ain't trying to blow smoke up is what, you know, whatever. Kevin's
No,
the
something
new
under it.
he's the new kind of pastor, which is what that's why I'm very loyal to him and Teresa and the church. And again with Graham and Yvonne, good leadership, and we're blessed to have that. Kevin has got this way about him that he just leaves himself open for heckling, but also I pay attention when he preaches. Most times I want to drop off when other people have preached.
yeah.
But when Kevin preaches, I sit up and listen. I've grown very fond of his preaching style.
Yeah.
I'm not into all these big preachers and big churches in America or Australia or whatever. I like the grassroots church where I am.
Yeah.
These are the people that I see on a regular basis. And they show who they are by their local living.
Yeah.
And that means more to me than than
Words, Les, never.
hey.
Lost for words, Les, never.
Well, no, I've got Nicole in front of me, putting me off. Can you move? Shift your arris. Come on, shift your arris.
He was distracted by me.
Yeah, I'm very much into grassroots living, but like I said, Kevin does leave himself. I mean, I remember he showed a picture of this old Victorian gentleman. He was a famous preacher, and he said, "Who's this? Who do you think this is?" And I said, "You as a kid." But see, that's what I love about Kevin. He knows when he take a joke. I mean, he knows if I need to get serious, I'd step up to the plate, not a problem. But again, he also knows that I've got his back, and Teresa's, and the leadership. The thing is, which I love about Kevin, is he understands me. I don't even understand myself, but he understands me. And I guess he's the first preacher, first pastor that I've learned to trust. Kevin knows what he's doing.
So, last question is, how has God spoken to you recently?
We have this calendar. God was saying that
UCB.
when I read this, it's I am with you always, even unto the end of the world. It was in Matthew 28:20. And then I went on Instagram. I saw the same verse.
Yeah.
God was telling me, I think this applies now with the lockdown. We don't need to worry. God is with us.
Yeah.
That's it. And now Les is copying me.
No. I'm just getting.
Got to have your own, Les.
No, no. I mean, there was one here that really spoke to me, and I'm trying to see which. I think we did it in Bible study. This is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. And then it come up, for everything there is a season and a time for everything that matters under heaven. And of course that one that Rio read really spoke to her. And this one here, you have armed me with strength for the battle. And that's this month's reading.
And
of course, being a military man, of course, and all that carry on.
and this one.
Hang on.
Sorry.
the battle that we're in, the battle of the coronavirus, the battle of mental anguish, being locked in and not being able to get out and do whatever. I mean, we face some serious amount of battles.
Yeah.
But God has prepared us for the battle.
Yeah.
And this passage as well, Donna, it was just similar to Matthew, the one I read earlier. And this one is in Joshua 1:9. Haven't I commanded you, be strong and courageous, don't be afraid, don't be dismayed, for Yahweh your God is with you wherever you go. It was just God was reminding us whatever happened, He's with us. So we have to be courageous.
Yeah.